much input do you think LeBron should have versus how much will he have?
Well, he's going to have input. Whether or not they make the final decision and go with his choice is another thing. I think the thing is LeBron is your best player. He's the leader of the team. And I think the thing is anytime you bring a coach in, Skip, you want the coach and the best player to be on the same page. And I feel very comfortable saying they're going to ask LeBron, what do you think about this guy? Is this someone you can play for? What do you think about that guy? What are the pros? What are the cons? But I don't know why the hell they asked Phil Jackson. You know, when Phil Jackson had an opportunity, he hired two. Didn't he hire a couple of coaches in
New York?
In New York. Mm-hmm. How did they turn out? Build a team. He had a chance to build a team in New York. How did that turn out? The team need to be already put together, and they need to have 4 guys that's the top 75 all time. And then Phil Jackson coached the hell out of those guys because that's what we know he had.
Okay.
I take that back. He had 5 guys. But anyway, clearly, Jeannie and Rob Pelinka, the final decision will be theirs. LeBron James made it abundantly clear early on, I want Ty Lue. I feel very comfortable with Ty Lue. I know Ty Lue. Ty Lue knows me. They went with Frankie V. I believe they would have won that championship if Ty Lue was the coach. I believe they would be better than what they are if Ty Lue was the coach.
Guess who endorsed Frankie V? Phil Jackson.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
I think he probably had the biggest vote there.
You know why? Because who LeBron wanted was not who Phil Jackson wanted. There is no love lost. There's no way around it. There is no love lost between Phil Jackson and LeBron James.
Because of a comment that Phil made about posse, right?
Yes.
That angered LeBron and his inner circle, as it well should have.
Yes.
And there is still no love lost on a personal level.
Yes.
And yet it feels to me like Jeannie Buss, at the head of the Lakers hierarchy, just fired LeBron James as the unofficial GM. I believe after the Russell Westbrook debacle, and it was, and you can argue how much blame LeBron deserved, but it felt like he was driving that bus with Russ on it. And it feels like Jeannie is angry about that to the point that she has brought her former lover, obviously, and partner Phil, back into the fold, because we kept seeing him. I kept pointing up to you. Phil was at the game on full display. He's up in a luxury box last night. We would talk about it at the end, over the last, 6-8 games?
Yes.
He would show up at the crypt.
Right.
And be on he knew he was on television.
Of course.
So I think they were sending a message to LeBron on down, like, Phil's back in the loop here. He's back in the mix.
He is. But, Jeannie, you remember how bad things were when you took it back over from your brother? You let LeBron James walk out that door.
Well, after 1 year, I think she's ready to, after he breaks Kareem's record, and they're going to benefit from that PR-wise.
Well, no. Don't benefit from the PR-wise. Move him. Move him.
Now?
Now. If you want to show me how much power that y'all can run, y'all can do this thing, that her, Phil, and Rob, and Kurt Rambis, and Linda Rambis, move him. Move him. Show me. I'm from Missouri. I went through Missouri one time. That's the show me state. Show me how much you got. That's what I thought.
I think she would entertain that notion, that option.
Why are you entertaining it? I don't entertain others.
I think she's seen enough of LeBrick. I think she's seen enough of all those jacked up threes.
There's a reason why the #1 merchandise sale. There's a reason why the Lakers are on television. They're not on television because of Jeannie Buss. They're not on television because of Phil Jackson. They're not on television because of Rob Pelinka. You know, everybody else know damn well why they're the #1 team in the NBA as far as ratings. It's because of that guy. So Jeannie, don't you fool yourself and think it's Phil. It was always Magic. It was always Kobe.
Okay.
It's always been your superstars.
But the biggest reason last year's Lakers were favored before the year, I think, to win it all. You say just to win the West. I'll just give you the West. They were favored to win the West and missed the playoffs. The #1 reason was that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
So 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. That was the reason why they missed the playoffs.
Do you want me to go deeper into those numbers? Do you want to get deeper into the 15 times that he failed to close games?
Well, so we can do this. We just saw 2 times in a 4-game series that your guy had an opportunity to close. Twice in 4 games. He didn't do it. It's not as easy as you make it seem to be. And you make it seem like every close game, Kobe closed, Jordan closed, Bird closed. When you know that's Skip, that's one game. We just saw LeBron. Skip, so LeBron didn't close early in his career. Remember his first playoff games? Twice, game-winning layup against the Wizards. So come on, now don't do that. But all I'm saying is this: if you don't believe in LeBron James, just go ahead and move him.
I think he's going to have no input into this choice. And I think he's going to have to live with this choice because they effectively are going to be uneasy partners next year as they go forward, because I think she needs him for the PR of breaking the record at the crypt, probably.
Skip, they need him in order to win. Who else are you going to get?
What? How?
Who else are you going to get? Skip, it's not like team players are just dying to come to the Lakers.
What do you think somebody would give you for LeBron as he goes into year 20?
It depends on who it is. They'll give you a boatload.
Do you just want to sell tickets or do you want to win games? Because that's what it's going to come down to, that, because he can't win you games the way he used to.
No,
5 years ago.
But let me ask you a question.
8 years ago.
Okay, what superstar can win you games by themselves?
That's the point.
Exactly.
Okay? But especially in year 20, that is the point.
The point is he averaged 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists in year 19. All I'm saying is, yes, you give him help. Hold on. You give him some help or put some help around him and let's see what he can do. We saw what he did just 2 years ago, didn't we, Skip? We saw that. Okay.
We saw nobody want to be in the bubble except LeBron, and he pulled it off.
But everybody was in the bubble, whether they wanted to be there or not. We can't use that as an excuse. Because, hold on. How do you say the guy, the most mentally weak superstar, was in a situation where it took mental toughness, mental fortitude to get through it?
Off the court, it did. Not on the court. Off.
Skip.
Asterisk.
Everybody talked. That was the most difficult situation that the NBA has ever encountered. 100 days in isolation.
Yep.
Skip, people couldn't stay in their damn own home for an hour.
So LeBron said, I might be able to steal me a championship here. Let me just stay the
But
course.
he's weak. But he's weak. You can't.
He is mentally weak on the court in the clutch. He's always been.
Skip, but he has more buzzer beaters than anybody else in history in the playoffs.
Don't start with that.
But he does.
But he doesn't. He has missed so many shots. He's the worst late-game free throw shooter in the history of the league.
Skip, you do realize more times than not, people miss more than they make. I guarantee you, Tom Brady has how many come from behind wins? He has that many losses also, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he's got 7 Super Bowls, and LeBron's got 4 with 1 asterisk and 6 losses.
Okay. That doesn't take, but all I'm saying is, Skip, but it's a team. Tom Brady doesn't play, it's not golf. It's not tennis, it's by himself. Other people have to make their plays. If Vinatieri doesn't do what he's supposed to do, do they win? If Malcolm Butler doesn't make that play, do they win?
LeBron's going to have to accept his lot. He's just another Laker now.
You don't even believe that.
I do believe that.
You don't believe that.
That's how she's going to treat him.
I bet you she doesn't.
I'll bet you.
I bet you LeBron has say so in the pick. I bet you.
I think this is a Phil special.
Yeah, okay.
Just another Laker. That would be interesting to see, gentlemen.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.